Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Slow and Steady. We're trying out our event lawn. Those of you who did yoga yesterday, I know you were already out here, so hopefully that was enjoyable and hopefully have a good time out on this space. I think they did a great job, so I'm excited to finally be able to utilize it now that we've had some sunshine. So we'll go ahead and start. This is our Slow and Steady class, so a little bit shorter than our body pump class, but similar things. Do what your body can do today. I say this every time, but I haven't seen some of you guys in a while or had you in class at all before. So just remember, listen to your body. Everything that I say is just a suggestion. You're grown-ups, do whatever's right for you. So anything that you need to change or stop, please follow and listen to your body and do whatever you need. So I'm just here to give suggestions and a little bit of guidance. Follow it as much or as little as you need to today, okay? So go ahead and bring those feet just outside of our hips. We're just gonna start with a nice little forward fold. So we'll send the hips back, keep the legs straight and just fold over. Don't reach for the toes, just let your body hang heavy. Head is hanging down, relaxed. Stay down in this position, let that head hang heavy. Grab your opposite elbow with your hand. So each hand grabs an elbow, and we're just gonna kind of rock back and forth, stretching that lower back. So you're just swinging slightly from left to right, little twist here. Keep those legs straight, you should feel this in the hamstrings. Good, nice and slowly, we'll release those hands and roll all the way up. Good, can y'all hear me okay in the back? Okay, all right, let's spread those feet super wide apart. Standing straddle, similar as the forward fold. We're not reaching for the ground, we're just gonna hang. Send those hips back, legs stay nice and straight, and just forward fold. Let that head hang heavy. Try to relax, and you'll feel this stretch in your lower back and in your hamstrings. We'll roll all the way back up to standing, hips come forward. Let's bring that left arm across our body, turn that palm down and away, and up and away. Good, just little rotations. How's everybody feeling today? Any soreness from Monday? Yes. Yes? Some of that was tough. I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh, shoulders. All right, across the body. In your core, yeah. Yeah, we did that long midline section too. It was a tough class. Good job. Let's hit those triceps, left arm up overhead. You can either grab back behind there if you're super flexible, or you can grab that elbow with the opposite hand and just pull on it. Good, and relax, release that one. Let's hit that other side. Right arm comes over. Elbow up nice and high. Good big deep breaths. Beautiful. Let's take that left foot right in front of us, hit that calf and ankle. Leave that front leg straight. You can bend down that back leg and send those hips back if you want. And we're just gonna kind of windshield wiper those toes left to right. Good, similar, send that same foot to the back. And we're just gonna kind of rotate it again, left to right, putting that toe down, warming up those ankles. Good, and we'll switch, other side, right foot forward, toes up, heel down, and just windshield wiper those toes left to right. Good, and send that same foot back, same thing here, toes down, hit those ankles. Good, how many of you guys watched some of our videos during our closure time? Yeah? Okay, we're gonna do that brain wake up if you watched those. So what we're gonna do are just little like mini sprints in place. So we're gonna just get those feet moving, and I'm gonna call out a movement. So you wanna try to keep that brain on, and as soon as I say jumping jack, you stop jogging in place and you do a jumping jack. You ready? So as fast or as slow as you need to move those feet, moving. Jumping jack. Good. And squat. Good. Get those feet set right, squat. Squat. Good. Keep moving, come on. Jumping jack. Jumping jack. I knew I was going to say it and I still messed that one up. Jumping jack. And squat. Good. Shake it out. Grab a swig of water if you need to. We're going to need one weight on this first section. Yeah, just one weight. We're gonna be doing cross-body chops, that's the only thing. So a medium amount of weight, I would say. So find one dumbbell that you can use. Michael didn't give me any. No, I'm just kidding. I should have grabbed some. I was gonna say I might just run to the back. I'll just get the extra heavy. No, I'm gonna go the opposite direction. All right, so for those crossbody chops, I thought I was missing a word. Crossbody chops, we'll start up to the left side, so reaching across, little bend in the knees. We're imagining, send those hips back so you don't wanna be on your toes. We're imagining that we're chopping across our body to the outside of that knee. Good. We're gonna hit 10 just like this. Really get a good twist here. Last 2 or so. And 10. Good. Stand all the way up. We'll hit that other side. Hands up to the right. And again, little bend in the knee, hips go back, chop across. Good, nice and strong, like we're splitting wood, which I have never done. My dad always does it for me. 6, 7, get a good twist, come on. 8, last 2 or so. 9, and 10. Good, we'll set that weight down. Next, we're gonna work on that balance. So we're gonna do toe taps. It'll be 10 of them basically. Or you're just balancing while we do our toe taps. So we're gonna shift all that weight into our right foot, lift up that left foot. If this is a challenge already and you're keeping that toe close to the ground, stay right here. If this is too easy, I want you to start shifting that weight to the front, side, back, front, side, and back. Just little shifts in that weight. If you're just working on balance, stay right here. If you want to keep tapping that toe out, tap that toe out, keeping all that weight in that right foot. Hold it out, a few more seconds. Last one. Good job. All right, let's shift to that other side. Same thing, work that balance. So if you need to keep the toe close to the ground, keep it there. If you're able to reach that toe forward, out, and back, go ahead. Anybody feel a little wobbling? Feel a little bit wobbly as you're reaching?
The ground's a little bit wobbly.
Last round of these taps, or keep holding if you're holding. Good job, shake it out, good work. All right, we're gonna take those feet extra wide. So we're gonna do a side lunge, just as low as you feel comfortable going. You don't need to put your butt on the ground, just as low as you feel comfortable going. We're gonna add a little leg lift. So if I'm shifting and bending to that left leg, then when I pop up, I just wanna pop up onto that opposite foot. So we'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So we'll lunge over to the left. If you're comfortable, practice that balance, pick that leg up. Lunging and lifting. Good, that means that you really have to push through that leg to pop up. Last 2 or so. Nice and strong here, come on, drive through that leg, good job. We'll switch to the other side, lunging over to the right and up. Good, as low as you can go on that lunge. Whatever feels right for your body and your knees today, pay attention. A lot of balance. Last 2 or so. Good job. All right. I'm gonna hit one more round of those 3 sections. This is still not for time. So we're gonna go back to the crossbody chops. Everybody okay so far? All right, let's grab that weight. Little bend in the knee, remember, hips go back, arms up to the left, chopping across the body. Good job. just outside that opposite knee. Nice and strong. Come on, like you're trying to get through a piece of wood. Let's go. 8, 9, last one or so, 10. Good job. Shake it out. We'll go to that other side. Arms up to the right. Same thing, little bend and chop. Last 2 or so. And good job. All right, we'll set that weight off to the side. Let's hit those toe taps or balance again. Shift all that weight over to the right. And if you're ready and this is too easy, start tapping that toe, shifting that weight. Try to not shift it all the way into that foot. Keep all the weight in that right foot and just reach that toe out. Your arms can do whatever you need to make yourself work and stay upright. If you touch your nose, that helps, supposedly. Last one or so. That's a middle school joke. Like they always used to say, touch your nose and it helps hold you up. Good job. Shake it out. We'll head to that other side. All that weight in the left foot. Reaching that right foot if you can. Forward, side, back, forward, side, and back. Hold it up. Come on. Keep all that weight in that one foot. That left foot is holding you up, nice and strong. Last one or so, hold it, hold it. Good job, shake out those legs, good. We're gonna hit those side lunges with the lift. We'll start going to the left, legs nice and far apart. Lunge by bending that left knee and push through that left knee and pick it up. Good. Try to keep that right leg straight. So you'll feel that a little bit more on the inside part, right in here and in the quads on that right side. Last one or so. Good job. Excellent. We'll get 10 on the other side. Same thing. Bending that right leg. Left leg stays straight. And popping up with that leg lift. Last 2 or so. Good job. All right, shake it out. Grab a swig of water if you need it. We're gonna start an AMRAP. So I'll give you just a second to catch your breath. And so I can find the timer. All right, we will need 2 weights for this next part. Nothing too heavy. What we're gonna do with the weights, yeah, we're gonna squat, but also the harder part, we're gonna hit 10 kickbacks with a bent over row, or from a bent over row. So we'll have a little bend in our knee, nice flat back. As soon as you start to feel this happening, stop. Keep the shoulders rolled back. We want a straight back the whole time. Don't let it round over, okay? So nice flat back. That cue of keeping the shoulders back usually helps. So we're bent over, we're gonna row once, and then we're just gonna hit 10 kickbacks. So it hits those triceps. They're kind of small, so you don't wanna use probably like 12 pounds or anything crazy. So choose a weight, just play with that for a second. See how that kickback part feels. Once you hit your chest once, that's it. We're just doing the kickback. So choose your weight for that. And then we also need to be able to squat. Yeah, you need this back. Thank you, ma'am. I'll do it without. You're good in case you want those later. Okay. All right, and then after that, you can either hold the weights by your sides and do those squats like a suitcase squat, just as low as you can. Again, listen to your knees. If your squats are, we don't have chairs out here right now. Just think about sending those hips back, squeezing the butt to stand up tall. So just as low as you can go. If you want to hold the weights up here on the squats, I find that more comfortable. That's just me. Wherever they feel comfortable for you, hold those weights and we're going to hit squats. set your weights down, because the first movement, I did this all backwards. The first movement is actually jump rope. You can do double feet. You can do 1 foot at a time, but to get a rep, for it to count, both feet have had to leave the ground. So if you're going 1, you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only gonna count one side. That way it evens out. So we're gonna do 15 jump rope or doubles like this. Move those feet nice and fast. 15 jump rope, 10 of those kickbacks, and then 5 of those squats. Wherever the weight is on the squats is fine, side or up top. This is an AMRAP, so it's up to you. It's one of those where you're moving as fast as you can, whatever that looks like for you. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Or just watch me, I'm gonna be up here with no weight at all. So, so it's 15 jump rope, 10 kickbacks, 5 squats. As many times as you can, we keep going through that. Any questions on that? You guys excited?
15, 10, and
Sure. 15, 10, and 5. This should elevate our heart rate. Move as fast as you can through it. Are you ready? Weights are down for right now. We're starting with jump rope at 3, 2, and go. Hitting 15 of these. Once you finish those, we're doing those kickbacks. Grab those weights, pull them to the chest, nice straight back, and kick straight back. 10 of these kickbacks. Come on. Keep that neck nice and neutral. You're looking down at the ground in front of you. And hit 5 squats after that when you're done. Weights can be on your shoulders or by your side, wherever it feels more comfortable. 5 squats. Good job, ladies. Once you finish those squats, we're back to jump rope. Drop those weights, hit those 15 jump ropes. Good work, keep moving. Job, 5 of the squats whenever you get there, and then back to that 15 jump rope. Keep breathing, you're doing great so far. One row and then kicking straight back over and over. Just doing that tricep work. So from the chest, straight back. Good job. Keep moving, ladies. We're past our halfway point. Just over 90 seconds left. Come on. Keep moving through. Every rep counts. Great work. Keep breathing. We have just over a minute left. Come on. Squeeze that butt at the top of those squats. Come on. Good job, guys. Come on. Under 30 seconds left. 10 seconds. Come on, finish this movement. 3, 2, and time. Good job, ladies. Set those weights down. Whew. I didn't even have weights and I felt that in the triceps. I know y'all did. Shake it out for a minute. May feel nice again to do that tricep stretch if that's what's hurting most right now. Pull those muscles nice and long. Good. Everybody feeling okay still? We're gonna come down to the mat for the next section. Whew. All right, so this next part's gonna be 3 rounds. It's 3 movements, and then we have like a 30-second rest built in between each round, just to kind of catch your breath and give that midline a rest. I'm gonna show you the movements first. First one is a hip raise. If you wanna use a weight, you can lay it on your hips. Don't hold it with your hands, let it rest, and just keep it from rolling is the idea. So you want your hips to be lifting the weight, not for your hands to be holding the weight. So if you want to set a weight right here, you can. We're just pushing that belly button into the mat, lifting those hips up to the sky, and then lowering them back down. So we'll do 30 seconds of that. This is not like a for speed thing. Don't rush on that. You want to feel that push into the mat, lift from the bottom of your back 1 vertebrae at a time. So nice and slow, keep good form on those. So we'll do hip raises first. Next one's going to be a sit-up or a sit-up negative. So if you are comfortable going all the way back and sitting all the way up, you can bend knees, you can have the bottoms of your feet together. It's probably the hardest version of that. If it just feels too easy for you, do those. If laying all the way back, if that starts to bother your back, or you already know that low back bothers you typically, do a sit-up negative. So I'm gonna show it from the side. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders stay back. Go back until you feel like you're gonna fall. You'll feel your feet start to come up, and then sit up nice and strong. So you're still gonna work that lower back, but it's a little bit less intense than going all the way back and rolling up. So just go as far as you can until you feel like you're gonna fall, and then sit up nice and tall. So 30 seconds of those sit-up negatives or full sit-ups. The last one is a crab tap. You'll be in that crab position, so hands back behind you, feet are flat on the ground. You can lift the hips or not. I would leave, especially if you have wrist problems, leave those hips down. We're twisting, tapping towards the outside of that foot with the opposite hand. Make sense? Yeah? Does anybody listen to anything I said? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so hip raises will work for 30 seconds of each. Then we get a 30-second rest. It's just as many as you can do in that 30 seconds. So let's lay back for hip raises. If you want to wait, get that weight set. Now let's go ahead and lift those hips up. Let's start. Squeeze that butt at the top. Five seconds, and we'll start on sit-ups or sit-up negatives. 2 and 1. So we'll sit up to the top. If you can do that full sit-up, go all the way back. If you're working the negative, just lean back as far as you can. Keep those shoulders back, nice and straight back, and sit up nice and strong. About 10 more seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, and crab taps. Feet are flat on the floor. Hands are back behind you. We're twisting towards that opposite foot. Opposite foot. Good. Lift one foot up at the same time. Get that good twist here. If you want a challenge, pick those hips up and balance up at the top. We've got a rest coming up in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Good. Any problems with those? You feel okay? All right. Awesome. We're going to do 2 more rounds just like that. So we'll hit those hip raises. If you didn't want to use if you didn't use the weight last time and you want to try that, get it ready. We'll start in 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and go. Hip raises. Lifting those hips up, squeezing the butt at the top. Good job, ladies. Hips all the way to the sky. Come on, make them good. Five, 3, 2, and sit-ups or sit-up negatives. Shoulders rolled back, nice straight back. Good job, ladies. 30 seconds here, come on. How's that tummy area feeling? Tired? 3, 2, and crab taps. Feet flat on the floor, hands back behind us. Reaching for that opposite foot. Ten more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and rest. Good. I love those crab taps. I always feel it like on the side. Twist really hard. It's a good one. One more round of that. Hip raises coming up in 20 seconds. Oh. Ten seconds hitting those hip raises. Really focus on form here. Push that belly button into the mat. Lift those hips up. Let's go. 30 seconds here. Come on. Last 5 seconds. Come on, get those hips all the way up to the sky. One more time. Good job. Sit-ups or sit-up negatives. Get situated for that movement. 30 seconds. Good. If you're doing those negatives, really push to where you feel like you're going to fall. Keep those shoulders back and then sit all the way up. Ten more seconds. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Crab toe taps. Feet flat on the mat. Really twist here, ladies. Hit the outside part of that foot if you can. Reach for it. Come on. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Good job, ladies. We'll take just a second to stretch. Whenever you're ready, let's come down to our stomachs. While we're down here, we've got one more tough section coming up, one more AMRAP. But we just worked that back a lot. So let's come into that either Sphinx with the hands flat right next to your shoulders, and you can push right here, or you can push all the way up into Cobra if that feels good. Whatever version of this feels nice on that low back. I like to kind of wiggle a little bit too, sometimes feels nice. And again, as high or as low as you need to feel a good stretch. Good job. Catch your breath, and then we're gonna come back to standing whenever you're ready. We don't have water out here, that's the only problem. Otherwise, it's a nice space, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's always something wrong with it. Like that yesterday afternoon, I was worried it was gonna be too hot, but I think this hour is pretty good.
Yeah.
It feels nice out here right now.
We should be involved with the hot.
Yeah, I know. I should never complain about hot here, I guess.
We don't know what hot is.
Right at 3 yesterday though, the sun came out perfectly at the start of that yoga class, and I was like, oh God, I just put everyone out there on that lawn and it's gonna be dreadful. I think it worked out okay. I hope so. All right, we are gonna need 2 dumbbells for this. I would go low to medium weight on this. It's up to you. Again, we're gonna hit one of those AMRAPs. We're gonna have 4 minutes of work. I'm changing what it says on the board. 4 minutes straight through of work. It'll be as fast as you wanna go through it. We're gonna be holding these dumbbells the entire time. You will probably start to feel it a little bit in those forearms just from holding them the whole time. Don't stress, keep working through it as much as you can. Try to not put them down. 3 movements, not the kickback part we did earlier. We're not hitting the triceps. We're gonna do that pulling motion. Just that bent over row, straight to the chest and straight back down in front of you. Don't reach out, don't hit your knees. Just straight down, let them hang. Arms are coming straight perpendicular to the ground. So we'll hit 8 of those. Again, the numbers are 8. So 8 bent over rows, 8 deadlifts. For the deadlifts, it's not a squat, so don't let the hips drop. Hips stay pretty high, legs stay almost straight. They're gonna bend some. Don't like keep a pin locked out, but a little bit of a bend all the way down close to your body. Hips stay nice and high. Hips are back. Bring them forward. Deadlift, classic deadlift. And straight back up. Last one's gonna be an overhead press if you're comfortable with that. If the weight is too much, set it down for that and just reach those arms up overhead. Palms facing in, overhead press. Try to keep it strict, but if we get into minute 4 and you're like, oh, it's so heavy, then take that little dip if you need to and drive them up overhead. Try not to use the legs if you're able to. But if you find that your shoulders are getting tired at the end and you need to dip, dip and drive, okay? So 8, what was the first movement? Bent over rows, yep, not the kickback that we did earlier, just the row part. Our triceps are done. What's next?
Deadlift.
Deadlift, keep the dumbbells close. And last one is overhead press. 8, 8, 8. Are y'all ready? Same thing, 4 minutes, do what you need to do what's best for you, okay? We'll start in 3, 2, with those rows, let's go. Rowing to the chest, keep a nice flat back. Good, back is locked out nice and still. We're hitting 8 of these. Next up are 8 deadlifts whenever you get there. Nice and tall, hips go back and forth on those deadlifts. Just take those dumbbells to about mid-shin. Don't feel like you need to tap the ground every time. Once you hit 8 of those, we're going overhead, remember. Trying to use just that upper body. Keep the legs out of that overhead press. Eight, 8, 8, ladies. Once you finish the overhead, we're back at that row. Row into deadlift, deadlift into overhead press. It's gonna be a great video. I forgot the camera was over there. I should turn this way. Dang Naviton. I always forget where I set it up and then I do something silly like put my butt right. Sorry everyone at home. Ugh, don't watch this one. Tell everyone to skip this slow and steady. Deadlifts to overhead. Overhead to those bent over rows. You're doing great. We're right at halfway. Be sure to stand up nice and tall on those deadlifts. Squeeze that butt. Eight of each movement. Keep moving through as many rounds and reps as you're able to. Less than 90 seconds left. Come on, let's get in another round and a few more reps. Nice flat back. Be sure to keep those shoulders back on the deadlifts. Don't let that back round. Looking good, ladies. Come on. Seconds left. You got this. Good job. Keep that good form. We're almost done. This is our last bit of work. Put it all out there. Come on. 15 seconds. 5, last few, come on. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Set those weights off to the side. Good work, good work. Grab a swig of water if you have it, and then we'll have a seat on the mat. Whew. Miss Vaughn, I thought of this too. That pathway leads up around, like if you came up next to the fitness center, that leads around too. You can park up there next time. Once the playground's open, it's not as concerning, but right now that... Oh yeah, they are. That's not a walking path per se. But yeah, maybe do that next time too. I thought of that. All right, let's take that left foot to the outside of that right knee. A little twist here. If you're able to, use that right hand. I like to put kind of my elbow into that elbow into the elbow, elbow into the knee, and just twist. Opposite hand can come back behind you. Sit up nice and tall like somebody has a string tied to the top of your head, and they're pulling it up to the sky. Good. Let's keep that foot placement. Just let that left knee drop down. Pull that foot up on that thigh. And we're going to bring the right foot, if you're able. I like to lean back onto my hands or elbows. Just bring that right heel towards your butt into that pretzel pretzel motion. Talking is hard. The more that you can scooch that heel towards your butt, the harder this one's going to be. Keep that knee from pulling into your shoulder. Push it away. Nice big deep breaths, trying to cool down, get our heart rate back to normal. Good, and we'll release that. Let's bring that right leg to the outside of that left foot, or left knee. And again, that left elbow can kind of come into that knee and twist away from it. Should feel this in the lower back and the IT band on the outside of that left leg. You'll probably feel it right outside that hip. Let that right knee just drop. Keep that foot across your body. Pull it up a little closer and then pull that left heel towards your butt. Keeping that right knee driving away. Don't let it cave in towards your shoulder. Nice big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job, ladies. All right, we're gonna come down to our bellies for this next one. We'll stretch our pec first. I'll show it to you and then I'm gonna kind of just explain it. Our right hand is gonna reach out. The left hand pushes and rolls our left hip up to the sky. So we're leaving the right hand down, reach with that right hand, and then let that left hip roll over. Try to keep that left hand out at a perpendicular angle. So Mrs. Jones, if you'll scoot your left, roll back to center. And then this hand, your right hand, goes out in a T shape, not up overhead. There you go, there you go, next T, good. So our right hand is reaching and we're just twisting. Hold it. Should feel that in the pec, in the front part of that shoulder. Let's roll back to center. Same thing other side. Left arm reaches out straight, perpendicular to your body. And we're just gonna roll over. Let that right hip come up. Back to the center. Good. Let's take that left hand underneath our body. So we're gonna thread the needle. It's going like underneath the right armpit. We're gonna lay on that arm so that we're kind of pulling it into our chest. Your right hand can do whatever you want. I use my right hand as like a pillow for my head even. Wherever you want that right hand is fine. Try to relax that neck and just take some good big deep breaths. Keep that left palm turned up. One more big deep breath. Good. We'll release that arm. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Right arm comes across underneath, palm facing up. Left hand can act as a pillow and relax that head down. Good. We'll come all the way out of that. Both hands on the outsides of those shoulders, and we're just gonna push those hips back into child's pose. Arms are long, hips are pushing back into those heels. Relax that head down as much as you can. Reach those arms really far out in front of you. We'll come onto all fours. Hit a couple cat-cows to stretch that back. So breathe in, put a big arch in that back, and when you breathe out, bring that tail in between your legs. Good. Last one for our wrists. If this already feels like a good stretch on your wrist, just hold this. If you need some more, we'll just kind of rock gently back and forth. Just as far forward as you need to. When you shift that weight into those wrists, you're gonna feel a good stretch there. All right, last one. Let's come to seated. Let's hit that cross shin. So we're sitting crisscross applesauce. And we're just simply gonna lean forward. We're gonna roll forward into this one. Every time you inhale, you're staying nice and still. When you exhale, try to reach a little further forward. So big breath in. And on the exhale, reach those hands forward a little bit more, just folding over those legs and relaxing. Hold it here. Rolling up out of that, let's switch that leg placement. Other foot in front. The wrong way, as I always say. It feels awkward. I don't know why this just feels incorrect. And then we'll lean forward again. Breathe out, and we'll roll a little further forward, letting that weight, body weight hang over those legs. One more big deep breath in, stay down. Good job. We'll roll up out of that. Y'all did great today. Good work.
Thank you.
Leave everything that's not yours. Leave everything